We already told you the 5 for the Trojans. We'll get the 5 for Morgan City in just a second. Coach Jacob Allen, you have the floor.
Yeah, Coach Griffin's getting on top of that. He said it's not loud enough.
For Morgan City Tigers, we got number 0, Jerian Bias.
So Jerian Bias, number 0.
Mike Ruffin.
Number 1, Mike Ruffin.
Number 4, Jamari Bias.
Number 4, Jamari Bias.
Number 5, Lamari Griffin.
No way we're going to have both rosters at the top 5, huh? Lamari and Griffin, number 5.
Nope.
And number 20, Micah Wilkerson. That's the 5 for Morgan City. We have already told you the 5 for Central Lafourche, but we'll announce them as they are called out.
Central Lafourche Trojans.
20.
Number 1, Tamaje Gale.
Tamaje Gale, the first out for the Trojans.
Isaiah Williams.
Isaiah Williams, number 2, streaky shooter.
Number 4,
Keon Rainey, number 4.
Number 5,
Jeremy Cleveland. So good to see him back out there competing. He got injured during football. And 11, Marvin Maldonado. That's your 5 for Central Lafourche. Mr. Kale, let's play some ball. I think we're going to have a good one here.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm curious to see. I saw Morgan City play in their gym, kind of a little smaller environment, and man, it was loud, and they were. We look across, who we got straight across.
Ashton.
What is he yapping about?
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? He don't know.
I've been owing Ashton. If Ashton's going to go back and watch this, I've been owing Ashton a hoodie for a little while. That might be what he's yelling about.
Oh, well, I'm glad to know that because I'm going to tell Ashton better get 2 of them.
Yeah, I need to get with Nick on that one. I dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, we're going to start on play-by-play, pushing that more and more when we're filming.
Number 5 is Griffin and Williams. Tigers right to left, Trojans left to right. We're on the way with the Tigers controlling. Morgan City stole it away, and a layup that's up and good by Bias. So the Tigers off and rolling. Maldonado up in the air, reversing the basketball to Rainey. Now to Williams. Williams attacks, lays it up, and no. Rebound tapped to Morgan City Bias. Just underway. Bias on the right side of the floor, getting it to Ruffin. Now to Jarian Bias. They got a couple of biases out there.
Trojans in a man-to-man.
They're getting it to Jamari Bias. Trojans play man-to-man, as Brian said, on the right side baseline area. Now up in the air to Wilkerson. Versing it to the left side of the floor, Griffin. Griffin attacks into the lane, lays it up and in. So Morgan City off to a 4-0 surge. Trojans coming the other way against some pressure. A long pass to the middle of the floor, Williams. Williams attacks, a little Euro, lays it up. No, he traveled.
Oh.
Thought he was going to get an and one. They'll say he took a little extra step. So the Tigers now walk it the other way. Ruffin to Bias. Into the other Bias, Jamari, number 4. Versing it to Mike Ruffin on the right side. Ruffin has it poked away, stolen away by Cleveland. Cleveland reversing it to Rainey at the rim, missed it. Cleveland with the rebound, mid-range pull-up, no. Rebound back tap to Cleveland. Cleveland gets it out to Williams for 3. No. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Trojans struggling to score in the early stages. There's Bias. Jarian Bias getting into Jamari Bias. Now to Griffin. Griffin to Ruffin. Tigers attempt a 3. No, missed it. Rebound goes out of bounds.
That was a long 3.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. 5:52 to go. I know Gage won't be happy that his team hasn't scored in the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds. He was saying earlier, and he ain't wrong. Man, we're just so streaky. We'll score 10 in a minute and then go 3 minutes without scoring at all. Trojans get it across the timeline, feed it inside for a lay. Oh, slam dunk try by Williams. Wasn't the cleanest dunk, but he did slam it home, and it's 4-2.
Good ball movement, breaking that press.
Morgan City gets it to Bias. Bias working on Maldonado right in front of us. It attacks the left side of the floor, and a foul will be called on Maldonado. With 5:21 to go in the opening quarter of the boys' game, Morgan City out in front early. Mr. Robert Brown telling the guys to tuck the shirts in. Now the Tigers will get it in. Bias across the timeline. Studying the defense, now pulling it back out near midcourt. And off the bounce on the right side, shoots the teardrop. Missed it. Rebound goes to the Trojans. So here comes Central Lafourche. Cleveland pushing it down the floor. Shoots the pull up, and a foul on the floor will be called. 1-0 Bias before the shot. So the Trojans will inbound right in front of the Morgan City bench. Maldonado
Back to it.
gets it in to Rainey. Rainey will attack. Feeds it inside to Gale. Now back out to Rainey, and he traveled. Coach Griffin telling his guy, man, shoot the ball. He was open. That's a good three-point look. Didn't attempt it. The old Michael Jordan expression, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Bias nearly has it stolen away, gets it to Griffin. Griffin attacks, and we have an offensive foul. Trojans are fired up on the bench. They draw the offensive foul, take the charge.
Nice job by Maldonado taking that charge.
And we got a little perspiration on the ball. We're going to have to go to the backup ball again. Well, we keep Carr out there. Maldonado getting it to Cleveland. Cleveland across the timeline. Good behind the back dribble. Reversing it to Maldonado. Long three. Missed it. Rebound goes to the floor, and a foul is called on Central Lafourche. Foul on Rainey.
Up tempo, but not much scoring.
Yeah, up tempo, a little sluggish early. Trojans are having a hard time putting it in the hole right now. Bias getting it to Griffin on the right side. Back to Bias. Bias on the right wing, looking to work on Maldonado, and we have a moving screen. So Morgan City has had 2 straight turnovers on offense, just committing fouls. Cade Allen will check into the game for the Tigers. For Griffin.
That's Griffin's second.
I think given the way the Trojans are struggling to score, Coach Griffin would be happy to only be down 2 right now. See if the Trojans can make a little push. Maldonado. Long pass down the floor to Rainey. Rainey getting it to Williams in the corner, and he traveled.
Yeah, I think he knew it too.
Come on. You're gonna get it.
Here come the Tigers. It has been a sloppy 4 minutes of basketball. 4 minutes right on the dot in the opening quarter. Bias can attack Maldonado off the dribble, loses the dribble, gets it back. Standing near midcourt, attacks, shoots a mid-range pull-up, got it. Good shot. It's number 4 that time, Jameer Bias. And it's 6-2 Tigers. Cleveland to the middle of the floor. Gale has it deflected up in the air, knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Central Lafourche.
Trojans doing a decent job of breaking that pressure.
That was a big concern of Coach Griffin coming in. He said, look, we got pressed by Ellender, and it didn't go so good. And as we'd say that, Morgan City gets a steal. Bias attacks the right side, lays it up and in, and it's 8-2. Trojans do get it to the middle. Maldonado comes across the timeline, Gets it to Williams on the right side. Williams loses the dribble, gets it back, shoots a floater. Good. Coach Griffin will call a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So with 3:08 to go in the opening quarter, Morgan City leads 8-4. Mr. Brian Colley, what are you seeing out there?
I think the Trojans are doing a decent job of breaking pressure, but they're going to have to get back a lot of time. And Morgan, you got to do a good job on the boards. Number 20, Wilkerson for the Tigers. He is a workhorse from the inside. He works the board extremely well. But I think so far so good for the Trojans. He's got to make sure don't get into a running gun with them right now.
8-4 the score in the opening quarter. Happier with this here on KLEB. We just watched the Central Lafourche ladies get a 1-point win over Morgan City. Now the Morgan City boys have an 8-4 lead here with 3:08 to go in the opening quarter. Morgan City will possess the ball out of the timeout.
Sub 35, Crandall enters the game for the Trojans.
Isaiah, which one you got? 1 or 0?
Trojans are extending their defense. They're going to bring a little pressure. Bias. Gets it out to Ruffin. Ruffin across the timeline. Ruffin getting it to 10, Allen. Allen on the right side of the floor picks up the dribble, reversing it to Jarian Bias. Bias attacks off the bounce. Picks up the dribble handoff to the other Bias, who lays it up no good. It's missed by Jamari, but he steals it back, but it's kicked. So to go to Central Lafourche. In the process of kicking the balls when he got back possession.
Yeah, Gale was right there. Help side defense for the Trojans.
Now Trojans come the other way. Maldonado gets it to Cleveland. Now to Crandall, who's just checked in. Cleveland back to Crandall across the timeline, getting it to Williams on the right side. Mid-range pull-up. No. Rebound goes to Crandall, shoots it up and in. Good strong move there from Tamron Crandall, and it's a 2-point game. See if the Trojans could get a stop and go back at him. Jameer Bias across midcourt. The left side of the floor. On the baseline area, loses the dribble, and a foul, a defensive foul will be called on 11, which is Maldonado. 13 foul on the Trojans. And Coach Griffin is getting the message that Maldonado has 2 fouls. Morgan City got to get it in, get it to the corner. Bias shoots a 3, missed it. Rebound goes to Williams.
Good rebound by Williams.
Coming across the timeline. Williams reversing it to the right side. They go Maldonado. Now top of the key. Crandall getting it back to Williams. 1:40 to go in the opening quarter. Williams attacks, loses it. Here comes Bias. One-on-one in transition. Lays it up with the right and in. Good strong move, and it's 10-6. Cleveland get up in the air, drops it off to Gale. Gale feeds it inside to Williams, who draw the foul. So 2 shots coming for Isaiah Williams as the Trojans are about to get Zach McNabb into the game.
Trojans got to be careful. They're attacking quick, all this pressure. They're going to have to score.
Somebody once told me it's not a press break, or it's a press break, not a fast break.
That's right.
First free throw was good from Isaiah Williams as Zach McNabb checks into the game. And he made them both. It's 10-8. Oh, loose ball in the inbound, just stolen away by the Trojans and then lost. A very careless inbounds pass from the Tigers went right to Jeremy Cleveland, who was in such a rush to go to the basket that he lost it. Now here come the Tigers. Bias. Walking it across the timeline. Late stages of the first quarter. Bias pulling it back out. Directing traffic on the right side, working on Williams. Gets up in the air, feeds it to Jameer Bias, who loses it. It's loose on the floor. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Morgan City with 58.3 to go.
Pretty good defense from the Trojans.
Trojans do have 1 foul to give in the final 58 seconds. Hayes will get it in. Gets it to Bias. Now to Jameer Bias, rather, working on Cleveland. 48 seconds to go. Bias attacks into the lane. Tough shot blocked away. Rebound goes on the floor. They're fighting for it, and Bias ends up with it and draws a foul. Some kind of way, Jameer Bias ended up with the basketball, shot it up at the rim, and drew the foul.
Foul on Gale.
He's got 2 shots coming his way. So Bias will be attempting them. Shot is up and good. 11-8 score. One more coming. Second shot is up, and he made them both, and it's a 4-point game. So here come the Trojans quick, and they throw it away. McNabb got it in and then fired a pass to Crandall that was wide, and that's just a careless turnover there. 37 seconds to go.
Tried to run a quick little break here.
Morgan City then throws it right back away. Long pass to Williams at the rim. Not a good angle. He missed it. Put back, no. Third chance is good from Gale. Official timeout. Delay game warning on Central Lafourche.
Who hit the ball? 1, 2, 4, 7. Don't hit the ball when it goes through the net.
So McNabb hit the basketball, causes the delay of game warning. But, boy, a great job by Gale just flying in out of nowhere and put that one in. Can the Tigers hold for one here? 20 seconds to go. Neither team has a foul to give. Bias getting it to the corner. That's 20 Wilkerson. Back to Bias. Bias attacks the right side of the floor, lays it up, and draws the foul. No good. He'll go and shoot 2 regardless whether it's a shooting foul or not. The foul is on 35 Crandall.
Early on, Morgan City's doing a good job of getting into the paint on penetration.
8.9 to go. Bias's free throw is up and good for another rim and in. Trojans will have an opportunity with 8.9 to go to maybe turn something into this last possession. Second free throw, no good. Rebound goes to Gale. Trojans come hard the other way. McNabb gets it to the corner. 3-point try. Cleveland got it! A blue bomb right as the quarter ends. And we'll see if that could be the spark that the Trojans need as we end the opening quarter with our score. Morgan City 13, Central Lafourche 13. We promised you a good one. Through one quarter, they've delivered. We'll be back in a minute here in Coastal Broadcasting.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use Rev Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, Rev is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
My name's Courtney Dewey. My name's Norman Ozro. I'm Caitlin Hyder. My name's Phoenix Bure. I'm Julie Conley. I'm Caitlin Luke. I'm Caroline Heba. My name's Mark Wallace. I'm Marley Robin. My name's Vicky. We are the South Lafourche Varsity Volleyball Team, and we support Bayou Sports. Go Stars!
Hey, align. Get it in, UCLA.
Trojans have the basketball here to start the second quarter in a tie game. Crandall to the right side. Cleveland with a 3. No, missed it. Rebound goes to Crandall, and it'll be a tie-up. The arrow point to Morgan City. Good hustle. And really not a bad setup there for the Trojans. They had it just the way they wanted it. Didn't execute the shot, but got a very clean look from a good shooter.
Yeah, and look, for Crandall's size, he hits the offensive board.
Yeah, Crandall. Yes, sir. Bias coming the other way. Early stages of the second quarter. Tie game. Bias across midcourt. Being defended by Crandall. Attacks the right side. Trojans help. Good job by McNabb. Now they get it to the other Bias. And he stepped out of bounds. Really good help defense from Zach McNabb there. And the Trojans will take over possession. Long pass down to Gale. Gale across the timeline on the right side, lays it up, draws the foul. Kind of caught the defender not in a guarding position. And that's what Coach Singleton is telling the defender. Kind of didn't put his hands up, kind of was like protecting his chest. If you just go straight up there, you're probably not going to get a whistle.
Yeah, look, a lot of times when you turn your shoulders,
Makes it easy.
bad things happen.
Gale makes the free throw, and the Trojans have the lead, 14-13.
Jeremy, be ready. He's going to try to get it right here.
Second shot for Tamaja Gale is up, and he made them both. Trojans lead by 2. Ruffin will come the other way. Trojans are face guarding Jamari Bias, not letting him get the ball. Working on the left side of the floor. Jarian Bias. Now the other Bias gets it. The right side. Attacks, shoots it up, and good. My
Wow,
goodness.
that's a tough shot.
Yes, it was. Very tough shot. We're tied at 15. Cleveland. Left side of the floor.
You're in balance.
Getting it to Williams on the left baseline. Williams get back to Cleveland, top of the key. Now to the right side, Crandall, back top of the key, Cleveland.
Hang it up. Go.
Cleveland using a screen. Picks up the dribble, reversing it to Williams. Williams attacks into the lane. Scoop shot, no. Put back is up and good by Gale. Good second chance opportunity by the Trojans, and they lead 17-15.
Yeah, nice job attacking the offensive boards by Gale.
Morgan City coming the other way. There's Ruffin getting it to Griffin on the right side. Griffin reversing it to Bias for a 3. No, air ball. Rebound goes to McNabb. McNabb will handle it himself and reverse it to Crandall, who will come across the timeline to Williams on the right side. Inside they go. They burned them. That's an easy 2 for Gale. Morgan City was sleepwalking a little on the defensive side, and the Trojans have opened up a 2-possession lead. Here comes Bias. He has been real good tonight, trying to break this run from the Trojans. Bias using a screen, lost it, but it'll stay with Morgan City.
Bias got to be careful setting that ball screen. He stuck his leg out.
Ooh, got away with maybe a push. Did Jamari Bias. Now they work it to the left side. Griffin gets it to Bias. Pull up mid-range. No. Rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin backs down, loses the dribble, and it's out of bounds to Central Lafourche.
Yeah, Wilson just couldn't.
And a flop warning has just been called on Central Lafourche on the play with Bias.
Somebody in the stands made that call.
Trojans get it across the timeline on the press break. Good save by Crandall, and then Gale misses the shot. Here comes Morgan City pushing it down the floor. Bias has it poked away from behind by Williams.
That's nice hustle by Williams.
5:14 to go in the opening half. The Trojans lead by 4. Morgan City under their basket. Getting it in to Griffin. Griffin to Bias. Now getting it to Ruffin. Ruffin attacks. Tough shot. Missed it badly. Williams. They got him beat down the floor. Williams attacks at the rim. Lays it up and in. And it's a 6-point Trojan lead. 21-15. Morgan City just kind of looks a little stagnant right now. Let's see if they could find some energy. Griffin across the timeline. Picks up the dribble, in trouble, being closely guarded. Gets it to Bias. Bias near midcourt. 4:40 to go in the half. Gets that screen. The Trojans jump the screen very well. And now he resets himself. Attack, get it to Bias on the right side. Bias shoots a tough shot. That's an impossible shot. No good. Rebound to McNabb. McNabb pushing it down the floor. Williams on the right side. Long reverse pass to Cleveland for 3. Bomb! And Central Lafourche has a 24-13 to 15 lead. Brian, the second quarter so far has been all Trojans as Gage calls a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, look, they're doing a good job on the boards, very physical. And in transition, they found Cleveland in the corner, knocks it down. He's a very good shooter. Had momentum going here.
I just overheard Coach Griffin. He was telling his guys, he said, they're so frustrated right now. And he's right.
They are.
They are having a hard time getting a shot. They're having a hard time getting a clean look. They're turning over the ball. And they've fallen asleep on defense a couple of times to see if the Trojans could finish the half strong. This is the situation that Gage was talking about earlier when I was having a little chat with him. He said, hey, played Thibodeau, we'd make a run. Then as soon as we'd make a run, they would make a run. He wants to see his team sustain success. Got a great opportunity to try to grow right here.
In a good timeout if that's his case, where remind his
reinforce
guys,
that point.
Don't let it happen to you.
Griffin hands it off to Bias, and Morgan City walks the other way. 4:03 and counting on a rolling second quarter clock. They reverse it to Jarian Bias. Now to Griffin. Griffin getting it to Jarin Bias. Right side of the floor. Kicks it to the corner. Long three, and he's fouled. Oh, that hurts for Central Lafourche. Jamari Bias will be shooting 3 shots, gets fouled shooting a 3-pointer, and now the Tigers will get 3 free attempts.
Yeah, I can't be happy with that. Don't foul a 3-point shooter.
See if the Tigers can convert them. Shot is up and good, and it's 24-16. Two more. And the second one is no good. Everybody thought it was a 2-shot foul, but it is a 3-shot foul. See if they block out as hard on this third shot as they did on the second one. One more shot coming. He missed that one. Rebound goes to McNabb. Gets out to Crandall. Trojans push. Hard break. Get it to Gale. Now the corner. Cleveland made a 3 a minute ago. In and out. Rebound goes to McNabb on the inside. Good feed to Gale, who maybe wasn't expecting it. And here comes Morgan City. And McNabb knocks it out of bounds. The big fella hustling and making some things happen.
He moves well.
He's a big boy. He was a middle linebacker in football, and he was tough as nails. Tigers. Bias coming across the timeline. On the right side loses the dribble. Here come the Trojans. With the steal, Cleveland in transition. Pull up mid-range. That's smooth as silk. That's a good-looking shot there from Jeremy Cleveland, and the Trojans have a double-digit lead. Now Griffin, dribble handoff to Bias across the timeline with a head of steam off of McNabb, and it will go to midcourt to Morgan City. Now they'll reset. Griffin to the left corner. They go for a 3. Left-handed 3, no. Rebound to Bias down low. Lays it up, no. Offensive foul. So a charge called on Morgan City, and Central Lafourche will have the ball back, trying to protect their 10-point lead.
And look, number 10, Allen for Morgan City. He is a good shooter. That was a good shot for him right there in the corner. He can shoot the basketball.
It's a little strange to be watching Morgan City without Landon Gagliano on the floor. With a 4-year starter there. Cleveland long across the timeline to Crandall. Crandall throws the alley. Williams can't convert the oop. Trojans get it back. McNabb with the floater. No. Gets his own rebound. Tries to feed it inside. Throws it away. Here comes Morgan City. They lose the dribble. Williams will fall on the ball, and then it ricochets out of bounds. Boy, the fans would have been fired up if they could have converted that alley. Great job by McNabb keeping it alive. I'd like to see him look to score when he gets it down there. That's a couple times he's passed it.
Yeah, he's 2-1-7.
2:24 to go. Bias, an NBA 3. Bricked it. Rebound goes to Williams. Williams getting it to Crandall. Home run pass down the floor to Cleveland. Cleveland. Double dribbled.
Why get here? Go to the goal.
And Morgan City is starting to lose their focus real quick.
Yeah, you can see there's blood in the water, man. If old Jaws could find a little killer instinct here, they could really make some headway. It just feels like, doesn't it, that Morgan City needs halftime with 2:10 to go.
Yeah, because they are frustrated right now.
Allen getting it to Bias, and they will walk it across the timeline. 2 minutes to go. Now to Allen. Allen extended near midcourt. Now back to the top of the key to Jarian Bias. Bias on the bounce. Feeds an inside. Good look. Out to Wilkerson, who lays it up and in with the right. 8-point game. McNabb getting it to Cleveland. Cleveland to the middle of the floor. Williams. Williams looks to attack. Now pulls it out. Back to Cleveland. 90 seconds to go. Coach Griffin says, hey, spread the floor. Let's get out of here. Feed it inside to McNabb. Bulldozer has it blocked away. Here come the Tigers. Bias. The right side. Getting it up to Griffin. Griffin picks up the dribble. Now working it out to Bias. It's stripped and the Trojans have it. Williams, could be showtime here. At the rim, he will lay it up and in. Thought about the flush, but then decided to just lay it in. Minute to go, 10-point Trojan lead. Tigers, Allen. Coming across the timeline. Allen loses it. The Trojans pull it away. Cleveland, 3-on-2 break. They feed it inside, and it's thrown away, trying to get it to Gant. Here come the Tigers now. They feed it inside for a layup that's good by Wilkerson.
Look, Wilkerson hangs around that block area.
Yeah, like a vacuum, isn't he? He just goes in and cleans those up. 27 seconds to go. Morgan City has a bunch of fouls to give if they choose to take them. Cleveland. Feed it to the middle. Crandall missed the reverse, and here come the Tigers. Had a chance to hold for one. Instead, Morgan City has the ball, and a defensive foul will be called. The Trojans also have fouls to give. 13 seconds to go in the half. Victor Ellison will check into the game for the Trojans.
And Rainey's back in.
Yep, Rainey also checked back in. 10 seconds to go. Allen has the ball, loses the dribble. It lands in the hands of Griffin. Are they aware of the clock? Let's see. Bias attacks at the buzzer, lays it up and in. So Morgan City ends the half on a 4-0 run, and they trim a double-digit deficit down to 6 at the half. Our halftime score, Central Lafourche 28, Morgan City 22. Luke will take a 3-minute break. When we get back, we have our halftime report here from Matthews with the Trojans up 6 here on KLEB.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use Rev Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, Rev is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
Very good advice. The arrow is pointing this way, so that means Trojan basketball to start things off in the third quarter. Trojans will now be going right to left. It is, let's see if it's the original 5. 1, 2, 11, 5. Yep, it is the original 5 for the Trojans. That's Gale, Williams, Rainey, Cleveland, and Maldonado on the floor. For the Tigers, 0, 1, 5. Yep. So the starters both ways. Bias Ruffin, Bias Griffin, and Wilkes. So both teams have their original 5. We got 16 minutes on the clock, or 8 minutes, 2 8-minute blocks rather. Let's rock and roll. 6-point game. Maldonado to the left side of the floor. Williams. And we have a double foul.
Away from the ball.
20 black, Wilkerson.
We got 2.
And who on white? 2?
1, Gale.
Gale.
What about 20?
So double foul. Trojans will keep possession.
Let's see. The Trojans are going to come with a set play out of halftime. Let's see if they go back and try and run it.
Rainey on the left side picks up the dribble, gets it to Cleveland. There's the screen. Cleveland feeds it inside, and boy, they just can't convert the push, or the catch rather, and then since Lafourche commits a push, what I was trying to say, foul on Rainey.
And that double foul took the Trojans out of what that set play they were going to come with to start the second half.
30 seconds into the third quarter, it's a 6-point Trojan lead. Bias across midcourt, working on Maldonado. Attacks, loses it, gets it to the other Bias. In the corner, they're trapping Trojans, nearly steal it away, knock it out of bounds. So that was Jarian Bias trying to get it to Jameer Bias, and just poked away out of bounds.
Good hustle by Rainey, almost had the steal.
Out here. All right.
Now Jameer Bias has it. He has been doing a lot of the legwork for Morgan City. He was their leading scorer. Trojans have been trying to deny him. He attacks the right side, lays it up and in, and one. Trojans tried to take the charge, didn't hit him flush in the chest, kind of hit him on the side. Maldonado commits the foul, and it's 28-24, and that's the third foul on Marvin Maldonado.
And you got to keep Bias out that paint, and he made a good move, and you're trying to draw the charge, you got to get hit in the middle of the chest.
And Brian, the disappointing thing for the Trojans, as we see a missed free throw and a violation on Morgan City, the Trojans committed 3 team fouls in 53 seconds. So Morgan City might be shooting a lot of free throws in this third quarter. Maldonado to Rainey to Cleveland. Long home run pass our way, and it's knocked out of bounds off of the Trojans. Maldonado just couldn't catch the pass.
Trojans got to slow down and not settle down and not throw these long lob passes against the pressure.
Coach Griffin just told his guys, you got to play to believe. He wants his guys to believe that they could be in control of this one in the second half. They have not played well with a lead this season. They gave up a lead against Thibodeau last week over the Thibodeau tournament. Bias on the baseline. Puts it to Ruffin. Ruffin feeds it inside. There's your guy, Wilkerson, cleaning it up. And that's an 8-0 run dating back to the end of the first half. Down to a 2-point game. Cleveland to the middle of the floor. Williams shoots a mid-range pull-up. No. Rebound goes to the Trojans, Rainey. They work it to the right side. Crandall gets it to Gale. Now back to Crandall for a 3 off the side of the goal. Here come the Tigers with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Trojans need a timeout here because you're playing Morgan City game.
Ruffin on the right side. And he walked. Yes, he did. Yep, no doubt he traveled.
Trojans have to settle down.
Oh, and a steal on the press. Here's the Tigers. Bias at the rim. We're tied 28-28. A 10-0 run dating back to the end of the second quarter. Trojans are really struggling to start the third quarter. Cleveland on the left side of the floor, now top of the key to the right corner. They go Crandall, lays it up wild. No, rebound goes to the Tigers. You're right, Brian. I don't know what's the rush on the offensive side. 3:54 or through 3:34. I'm all off. 5:34 to go. It's been a long day for us, folks. Griffin on the left side. Getting it to Bias in the corner, feeding it inside. They've got an advantage there. Wilkerson's a good player. Morgan City on a big run. They have now taken the lead. It's 30-28, and it feels like it's the Morgan City Tigers who are saying, let's slow down, let's get the ball inside, and they're making some hay right now.
And look, Wilkerson, quiet guy on the court. He has 8 points. He's not going to be a flashy player. And and this is a lot of respect here, what I'm saying for Wilkerson. He's like a garbage man.
Yep.
He gets them trash points, which is man, it's a credit to him. He hangs around that block, and if you leave him open, if weak side comes and help, you better have someone else dropping down to get in front of him. Because if not, he's getting the basketball.
Yep. Where would they be without those 8 points right now as they lead by 2, 30-28? Let's thank Thibodeau Regional Health System, a leader in bringing the latest and best technology to our region. South Lafourche Bank, your hometown bank since 1967. Advanced Eye Institute, make the right call. Get your eyes checked by Dr. Darby Chasson today. Lady of the Sea General Hospital, compassionate medicine close to home. Rev, the official internet provider for KLEB streaming, and the Blue Boot Foundation, driving awareness of childhood drowning. Make a difference.
Now, Trojan here, good timeout by Coach Griffin. You got to settle down here. Come down, maybe run a little bit offense, and not take one pass and a shot.
Yeah, they're falling into that trap of just kind of taking the first available shot. Let's see if we can keep working and then maybe get a layup. Crandall has it deflected, gets it back. They get to the left side. Williams will throw up a shot. I don't know they'll give him the free throws.
No, it's on the pass.
On the pass, he is fouled by Wilkerson.
Out of bounds play here. Let's see the Trojans can score.
Set up in a stack. They'll feed it to Williams. It's deflected and stolen by Bias. Bias at the rim by himself lays it up and in. Morgan City is now on a 14-0 run, which spans over 2 quarters. McNabb gets it to Gale, nearly an over and back. Back to McNabb, picks up the dribble, nearly a travel. In trouble, reversing it to Crandall. Trojans just look all out of sync. They need a bucket in the worst way right now. To the middle they go, Gale. Gale attacks into the lane, lays it up and good. Let's see if that'll maybe get the Trojans back going again as it's a 2-point game.
First bucket in the second half for the Trojans.
Coach Griffin urging his defense to play with a little fire here. Ruffin working on Williams. They get it to Jarian. Bias, attacks. To the right side for a 3-point try, no good. Rebound goes to McNabb. McNabb gets it to his guard, Crandall, now to Cleveland, and a foul will be called on number 4, Bias, with 4:05 to go in the third.
Yeah, the Tigers need Bias in this game.
It's the third team foul of the quarter, 3 fouls each. Williams getting into the corner to Cleveland, and he assumption shuffled. Made a little move there before putting the ball on the floor. Georgia's been trying to deny Bias the ball, but that time they kind of fell asleep, allowed him to catch it. Makes a move down the floor. They go for a pull-up. That's no good. Rebound goes to Gale. Trojans pushing Cleveland. Doesn't have numbers. Shoot a mid-range pull-up. Got it. That's a good shot there.
Yes, it is. That's smooth.
And we're tied at 32. 4-0 run for the Trojans since the timeout. Bias.
No defense.
Using the screen. A long 3 off. Rebound goes to Isaiah Williams. Gets it to Cleveland. Home run pass deflected, and it'll go out of bounds to the Trojans.
I hear the Tigers are falling right back into what they did in the first half and not playing team basketball.
Crandall got to get it in. He does to Cleveland. Cleveland with an NBA 3, strong. Rebound goes to Bias. Bias with a head of steam. This is when he's at his best, running down the floor. Good feet inside, and it'll be a travel. They got it inside to Griffin, who went up, came back down with the ball, then went up again, so that's a walk.
Go!
3 minutes to go in the third. We're tied 32 apiece. McNabb getting it to Cleveland. And a travel on the pass to Gale. Trojans just got it. Like they're getting the ball to the right spots. They're just in such a rush in this third quarter. Tigers. Ruffin, left-handed three-point shot. That's a terrible possession. Trojans get the rebound. I don't know how they thought that was a good shot.
Bias has to touch the ball every possession.
McNabb across the timeline. McNabb dribble handoff to Crandall. Crandall studying the floor. They get it to Gale. Now feed it to Cleveland. And Gale with the putback, no. And Cleveland ends up with it and draws a foul. The Trojans thought there was a goaltend on the first layup, didn't get the call. Some kind of way it ends up back in Cleveland's hands, and he'll be shooting two. Free throw shot is up and no good. So we will see if the Trojans could take the lead here with the one shot. Cleveland shoots it up and good. And it's 33-32. 1 point Central Lafourche advantage. Here come the Tigers. Bias across the timeline. Has it poked away from behind. Right in the midst of McNabb.
Yeah, Bias turning back down the court. Somebody let me know, guys, coming from behind me.
Crandall across the timeline for the Trojans looking to pad their lead. Morgan City has no fouls to give. Cleveland with that pull up again from the mid-range. In and out. Rattled out. Here come the Tigers in transition. Bias on the left side of the floor. At the rim, reverse. No. Rebound goes out of bounds to Morgan City.
Okay, keep going.
1:48 to go in the third. Tigers looking to get it in.
Get up!
Pass out to the corner. Ruffin for a three, short. Rebound goes to Wilkerson. Back to Ruffin, who attacks this time. Feed it inside for a layup to Griffin. Morgan City retakes the lead.
Good ball movement there for the Tigers.
And again, Wilkerson just kind of creating some offense, distributing from the top of the key. Trojans against the pressure. Gale attacking, getting it to Williams in the right corner. Williams lost it. Rebound goes to the floor, and Williams fighting hard. He's got it. Lost it again. Fighting still. Ball still loose, and it's out of bounds. Who touched it last? It's going to the Tigers.
No, I believe he's calling it white.
Yeah, he pointed the wrong way. He said white ball, but he pointed the wrong way, so it's going to Central Lafourche. Yeah. He was saying white ball the whole time. He just pointed the wrong way. 1:11 to go in the third of a 1 point game. Morgan City out front. Crandall using a screen. Nearly walked. Gets it to the left side. Maldonado with an air ball on the three, and McNabb goes over the back. That was the Trojans' foul to give. That's the fourth team foul.
See the Tigers here go for one shot. I think it's too much time there for a minute.
1 minute on the dot. Bias has the basketball. That was very close to 10. He attacks, and they don't have any fouls to give, and they just committed a foul. So it'll be free throws coming for Jameer Bias, and that's the fourth foul on the guy who committed it. Let's see.
Come on.
I was waiting for a signal from the official. Apparently they already made it. I think it was maybe Crandall. Free throw from Bias is good, and it's a 2 point Morgan City lead. Number 4, Keon Rainey will check into the game. Maldonado will check out.
Maldonado might have
45.6 to go in the third. Bias missed him. Rebound goes to McNabb, who will get it to Williams, and then he's fouled, and he will go and shoot. So bad fouls both ways there. The Trojans commit when they didn't want to commit, and then Morgan City right on top of them. Now both teams go to the free throw line.
That's just a hustle foul there on the Tigers. He's out of control on defense and just Ran right into Williams. Yep, Williams to the line.
41.2 to go in the third quarter. The Trojans trail by 2. Isaiah Williams shoots it up and strong off the heel. One more coming. Got to be careful in this block out. And he made that one, and it's a 1-point game. No fouls to give either way. Trojans have an extended defense. Here come the Tigers. Griffin cross midcourt. Griffin being closely guarded, gets it to Ruffin. Ruffin spinning into the lane, feeds it inside. It's poked underneath for a layup that's good by Bias. And it's 37-34. Trojans have 15 seconds to play with. Crandall long pass to Williams across the timeline. Williams attacks into the lane. Scoop shot, no. Rebound back tap. The Trojans have it. Crandall has to get it out for a runner at the buzzer that's no good, and that'll be the end of the third quarter with our score. Morgan City 37, Central Lafourche 34. We've got 8 regulation minutes to go. The Tigers are on top by 3. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB. It is 37-34. Morgan City leading Central Lafourche. Gates just scored Coach Brian Colley. The Trojan junior varsity boys won. The Trojan varsity girls won by a point in a great game. And now the varsity boys trying to make it a clean sweep, but they're behind 3. Morgan City will also have the first possession of the quarter. Tigers get it in the Bias. Bias has been special tonight. He goes to the floor. It's got to be something. Travel. And we have an injured Morgan City Tiger who's walking gingerly. Ruffin saying that there's a wet spot on the floor. Yeah, you could see it.
Yep.
You could see it. The floor is definitely wet near midcourt. Our buddy Coach Alan Wiltz taking care of that. Trojans will have possession. McNabb will inbound to Keon Rainey.
Him wiping that floor reminds me of the guy from Jesuit. That student manager that runs on the floor. He's gonna
yes. Coach Wiltz, we love you, but that guy from Jesuit's got you beat.
Yeah.
He's got everybody beat. Williams has it. Left side of the floor. Getting it out to Rainey. Now back to Williams for a 3. No. Rebound goes to Rainey. Kicks it to the corner. Crandall missed it. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Trojans had 2 clean looks from 3, just didn't convert. Home run pass down the floor, and a layup that's good for Griffin. And Morgan City has added 2 to their lead.
Coach Griffin can't be happy. He was screaming for his team to get back. Williams
with a pull-up, teardrop, no. Rebound goes to the floor, and it's held up. The arrow points to Central Lafourche. Trojans will get Cleveland back into the game for McNabb. There's a Rainey. Crandall back to Cleveland. Cleveland shoots it off a bounce, missed it. think that's one where off the catch he maybe should have shot it, but off the bounce it becomes a very difficult shot. Bias the other way, lays it up. No. There's your guy. Putting it back up and in. Wilkerson. Timeout by Coach Gage Griffin. He is not happy. And frankly, the entire second half, the Trojans have been playing pretty poorly.
Yeah, and look, the last 3 shots at least across the rim, not even close to the rim.
Full timeout, but we'll keep it here. We just had an end of the quarter break. There's 7:01 to go. Morgan City leading 41-34. You know, the one thing that stands out to me, Brian, and we saw Morgan City last year, and look, we saw them at the very end of the year. They had been through some stuff. They had lost a lot of guys from their roster earlier in the year. This crew's better than last year's crew. They're 3-2, trying to get to 4-2. This is a better basketball team than they had last year.
Oh, yeah. Look, there's just more quickness. And I'm not going to say hustle because last year's team hustled, but they have more athletes across the board.
And Coach Singleton has them all pulling in the same direction. He's doing a good job with those kids, man.
Oh, yes. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking, well, still, yeah. We talked about it several times. The key, can this team stay together?
Yep, absolutely.
Because right now, and going from in the past, that the team's playing right now, in a month or so, it'd be a different team.
That's exactly what happened to them last year. We'll see if they could survive the next 7:02. They have a 7-point lead.
This team's Morgan City's going to win some games. If this group can stay together, under control, and listen to Coach, they're going to win some games.
No, I agree with you 100%. Trojans are going to try to plant that seed of doubt here. They are against the pressure. Crandall gets it to Rainey. Rainey across the timeline. Getting it to Cleveland. Cleveland surveying the floor. Out of Williams. Williams, dribble handoff. Crandall with a 3. No. Rebound goes to the Tigers. And the Tigers will get it to Bias, and they'll come the other way. Trojans have got some clean looks at 3 as a long home run pass is deflected. The Tigers have it to Griffin. Griffin will draw the foul. The point I was making before Morgan City got the 2 shots is Trojans are getting good looks from 3, open looks from 3. They're just not converting, which at some point you're going to have to make the decision, hey, let's go attack the basket, man.
Yeah, the last possession was a good possession. Just didn't make the shot.
Lamarian Griffin shoots it up and missed it. 6:29 to go. Still a lot of game left here, man. Central Lafourche has a lot of time to reverse this. But it's going to have to happen pretty quick in the fourth quarter. Free throw is short. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Bias forces it inside. The Trojans try to save it, and they do. McNabb's got it. Gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland, home run pass to Gale at the rim, and he's fouled. So there the Trojans attack the rim, and Tamaja Gale will shoot 2.
Yeah, look, the Trojans are down 7 right here. I think they're going to have to foul a few times here, play aggressive, and because the way Morgan City's shooting free throws, you may want them shooting early.
First free throw from Gale is up, and it's a knuckleball, and he missed it. Hit the backboard before it hit anything else.
That's just being flipped hard right now, no legs.
Cade Allen checks into the game. Griffin checks out of the game. Trojans are going to get a sub for the shooter. That's going to be Crandall. So we'll see if Gale can make this one. He missed it. Rebound to McNabb. McNabb gets it out for a 3. Rainey missed it. Boy, the Trojans just can't buy one right now. Good looks, and they're just not converting them. Here comes Morgan City. Bias across the timeline. And it gets to Ruffin. Now working it back to Bias. Now Jarian Bias. 5:50 to go. The Tigers pulling out, looking to run some clock with a 7-point lead. Not a bad idea. See if they could execute it and get a good shot. Bias attacks, tries to force it inside, stolen. Trojans in transition. Williams has it poked away from behind. Trojans will keep possession.
Tell you what, Wilkerson's got it. If you get the team together, he has to be one of the top guys you want.
Yeah, he plays hard, man. He is a very impressive player. Trojans get it in to McNabb on the right side. McNabb to Cleveland. Cleveland thought about the shot. Now forces it inside, and they'll lay it up and in to Gale. A really good pass from a quarterback, threading the needle there, getting it into Gale. 5-point game. Bias across the timeline, working on Williams. Bias loses the dribble. Williams picked his pocket. Here come the Trojans. 3-on-1. Rainey lays it up and in, and we've got a 3-point game. A quick 4-0 spurt by the Trojans.
Morgan City should slow it down, but can they slow it down?
That's the thing. Their attempts have not been very good. Ruffin dribbling near midcourt, looks to attack the basket, tries to force it inside. It's deflected out. They're trying to get it to Wilkerson off of that penetration, but the Trojans are sliding over and they're doing a good job.
They did a much better job.
Hey, Jay, be ready to help.
4:45 to go in regulation of a 3-point game. Morgan City in front with possession. Long pass to Bias near midcourt. Working on Williams. Coach Griffin directing traffic to his defense.
Jeremy, be ready for the dump ball.
Bias
Make him go loud.
attacks on the right.
Play him this way.
4:30 to go.
Play him this way. Don't talk.
Bias is fouled by Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams has to kind of calm down a little bit. I got a little emotional. They were talking to one another while they were dribbling near midcourt.
Yeah, both teams better watch it.
Yeah.
You don't want to get a technical in a 3-point game.
No doubt about it. They get it inbounds to Ruffin. Ruffin,
Keep him there. Keep him.
the right side of the floor. And they stepped out of bounds.
They dribble the ball right out of bounds.
So 4:13 to go. The Trojans just get a gift. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. McNabb gets it to Rainey.
He got it.
Rainey across the timeline. Gets it to Williams. Williams just inside the 3-point line. Hands it to McNabb. Nope. Now Rainey has it. To the left side they go. That's Cleveland. Cleveland's made a couple mid-range. Missed that one. Rebound goes to the floor. And the Trojans have it. McNabb lost it. Fighting on the floor. And McNabb comes away with it and one. I don't even know how the big fella came away with the ball, much less getting it up at the rim, drawing the foul, and making the shot. And he's a free throw away from tying it up.
With his size, he moves so well on the inside. That was just pure guts from McNabb.
So now one shot coming for Zach McNabb and a chance to tie it up. And he got it. We're tied, 41 apiece. And the Trojans finish the deal. Morgan City getting it in. Kind of a sloppy inbound pass. Central pulls it away. Cleveland attacks, feeds it inside, and it's thrown away. He was trying to get it to Gale. It was wide open, just didn't execute the pass. And the Tigers will call a timeout with 3:30 to go. 41-41. A game of runs. Who's going to make the last one is going to decide who wins the game.
Yeah, look, this is big. Final 3.5 minutes or so. Good timeout, I think, from Morgan City. Just settle down. And they got to come with any offense right now. It's got to go through Bias. And it's simple as let him penetrate. And if they pick him up, then Wilkerson on the block, you can hit for a layup.
Let's see, we have a final score. The Hogs beat the Pelicans 124-112, so the Pelicans' losing streak continues. We have in the NFL Denver leading Cleveland 21-17 in the third quarter. And here we got a 41-all tie. In what has been a close game throughout. We have seen two close games. We saw a girls game come down to the final possession, the final shot, and we're going to see a boys game I think might end up being the same thing.
It's big right here.
Possession of the ball for the Tigers. Bias nearly has it stolen. It's knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with Morgan City. They were trying to get it back to Ruffin. 3:27 to go. Tigers looking to get it in. Trojans have their defense extended. Ruffin trapped. Gets it to Bias. A long home run pass. They get it to the rim. Great deflection by McNabb. Knocked it out. Now he was saying it also ricocheted off of Wilkerson. He doesn't get the call. But a great play by McNabb, as it would have been a layup if not for that deflection. Now Bias on the right side. Attacks the baseline. Tough shot, but guess what? He makes tough shots. And it's a 2-point Morgan City lead.
Bias, one of the best players I've seen in a while.
Yeah, he's really good, man. McNabb getting it to Cleveland. Long pass stolen. Morgan City is fouled by Williams.
And that's okay. You stop their fast break. You're not shooting.
Yeah, you do have fouls to give. Force them back into the half court. 3:01 to go. Push off. That's a good call. Offensive foul called on Ruffin. And Brian, there's absolutely no reason to push right there.
Yeah, that was a good call. I mean, official looking right at it.
Keon Rainey will check back into the game for the Trojans. Trojans are down a bucket. We'll see if they could tie or take the lead here. They get it to Rainey. Rainey nearly loses it, gets it back. Now to Cleveland. Cleveland. Back to Rainey. Splits the defenders. Feeds it inside. McNabb lays it up and in. That was a really good pass. And we're tied. 43-all. Here come the Tigers. Griffin. Behind the back dribble. Lost it. Here comes the Trojans. McNabb. Gets it to the left side. Cleveland pull up. Got it. The Trojans are back in front. But Cleveland goes down in a heap, and we know he's got some injury issues. And, oh, man, I know he's got an injured hip from football, and that seems to be – no, he's cramping.
Hopefully that's all it is.
Yeah, not to say thankful that he's cramping. It looks like he is cramping. But when you saw him laying on the side, I immediately was thinking hip. I know that was the injury from football, but that they're stretching out the calf. He's cramping. So 2:30 to go. The Trojans have just made a little mini surge and have gone back out in front. If this is any indication of what our basketball season is going to be, boss.
Oh, yes, sir.
We're going to have some fun. We've gotten 2 barn burners here. And we expect another barn burner tomorrow in the jungle. Morgan City now trying to deliver a blow. Bias. Having a hard time getting it in. They do get it in to Ruffin. Ruffin gets it stolen away, but then ricochets back to the Tigers. Here comes Morgan City across the timeline. Jameer Bias. This is where they want the ball. Number 4. Working on Crandall.
20 with a layup. Get ready.
He, a little Euro step and he walked. Travel called on Morgan City. He said, I didn't walk. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch that one back tonight and see. 2:06 to go. Rainey across the timeline. Gets it to Gale at the rim. Lays it up and one. Basket in the foul. The Trojans are on a surge. They lead by 4 with 2 minutes to go.
Oh, that's 5 on 20.
And Wilkerson has just fouled out of the game. He is a huge piece of what Morgan City does. He leaves with 10 points, that is. And Maldonado's at the table, about to check in for Gale, who's shooting 1. Maldonado, I believe, has 4 fouls.
Yes.
How many timeouts we got left?
Shot is up, and he missed it. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Bias.
He's taking his coast to coast.
Bias does kick it to the corner for a 3. Air ball. Rebound goes to Gale. Gets it to McNabb. And the Trojans run a little clock here. They get it to Cleveland. Cleveland across the timeline. And now he'll pull it out. Cleveland now feeds it inside to McNabb at the rim, lays it up and in. And the Trojans lead by 6, 49-43. And a foul called on Isaiah Williams. The Trojans have no more fouls to give. That was the last one. That's the 4th foul on Isaiah Williams.
Hey, wait.
Tigers look to get it in. They do. Bias.
Jay, let's go, Jay. Good, go.
120 and counting. They get it to the corner. Bias. A 3. Got it. And it's a 3-point game. A timeout by Coach Singleton. 1:16 to go. That, Brian, was a huge shot.
And look, that's good, a good job by Bias. He adjusted. He had the same shot he had 30 seconds ago. He adjusted there and knocked that one down. And that was a big shot for Morgan City. And when that last shot, the one before Bias took, if Wilkerson would have been in the game, the ball would have went straight to his hands for an offensive rebound because
and he would have
hangs
scored
around that block. Yes.
Neither team has a foul to give. Both teams have 4 team fouls. 49-46 the score. Can the Trojans, A, get it across the timeline on the press break, B, be disciplined enough to either get a layup or draw a foul? That'll be the big key.
It's taking care of the basketball and making your free throws. Don't turn the ball over. Make your free throws.
If you do that, you could probably get your first win of the season, but there's 1:16 to go, and you know how that goes. It can feel like an eternity when you're trying to protect that lead.
Yeah, it can feel like an extra 4 minutes coming up, too.
Fair point. McNabb, trap, gets it to Rainey. Long pass down the floor, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Central Lafourche. So they run 5 seconds off to get it across.
Hand on the ball.
Trojans got to get an inbounder. It's going to be Cleveland right in front of us. Getting it to Rainey. Nearly came over and back. Rainey nearly throws it away, but Gale has it. They feed it inside. Cleveland. Back to Gale. Missed it. It's fought far. Morgan City's got it, and then they lose it out of bounds. Man. Couple of near steals, and the Trojans get it where they want it, under the bucket, and miss the layup. 56.9 to go. Trojans will inbound. Rainey gets it in to Williams. Williams, long reverse pass back to Rainey. 50 seconds to go. Trojans up 3. Rainey pulls it back out near midcourt, gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland, that's not a shot that you need, but he made it! And now he's cramping. 5-on-4 perhaps from Morgan City. Here come the Tigers. They get it to the corner for a 3. No good by Griffin. The Trojans got the rebound, and it's going to be an injury stoppage because of the cramping situation for Jeremy Cleveland. Brian, that's one of those where you're saying, oh no, oh yes, as soon as you see it go in.
It's not a shot you would take in a situation, but that is a shot.
That is his shot.
I would tell Jeremy Cleveland to take that every single time.
Yeah, that is his shot. But boy, you could see he is in seething pain. And you got to remember, this is a young man that didn't play football, so he's coming right off of the couch. So he's not in basketball shape yet. Now you got to get the ball in bounds. You got to find a free throw shooter. And if you make a couple of them, you're going to be looking pretty good here.
Yeah, with up 5 with 25.9 left, it's like we just talked about, taking care of the basketball and making free throws. They're going to be coming after you now for foul or an aggressive steal. So if you take care of the ball and you knock down your free throws, you come out here, walk out this gym with your first win of the season.
The Trojans have 1 timeout. The Tigers have 3. Cleveland is laying on the floor out there in a ton of pain. Gage Griffin saying, hey, as long as he's in pain and as long as he's getting tended to, that's a timeout for us. Let's go and talk about this.
Yeah, and you got Morgan City right in the huddle with the Trojans. They can hear all they want. We're going to take care of the ball. We're not going to turn it over. So they can hear that all they want. It's still advantage Central.
Cleveland is slapping the bleachers over there. He is hurting.
Yeah, that's tough.
And it doesn't appear to be anything more serious than a cramp, but it's hurting him pretty bad. He's in a lot of pain. They're stretching him out. At some point, they're going to try to walk him back to the bench so we could wrap this thing up. Looks like they'll try to get him up. And, yeah, look at those legs. Hate to laugh at him, but his legs are completely locked up. Oh, that's a painful walk off the floor. His legs are locked up. He can't move them calves at all. 25.9 to go. Trojans have the ball. They do get it into McNabb. McNabb gets it to Rainey, and they step out of bounds. 20.9 to go. Turnover. Who will leave the ball game. Coach Allen yelling to the defense, which is the Trojans don't foul. Do the Tigers have a little magic that they could find here? Ruffin to inbound. Gets it to Bias. Bias thought about the shot. They get it to the corner. Griffin now to Bias again. Step back, long threes, an air ball. The other Bias lays it up and in. Jameer Bias. So it's 51-48, 8.3 to go. Coach Singleton calls a timeout. It is a full. We'll keep it here. My friend, this is where if you're the team losing, you miss the 1-and-1.
Yeah.
You go ahead and you draw that foul. The Trojans got 2 shots to make 1 and really put themselves in a good spot here.
And look, it just inbound the basketball first.
Yep.
That's what you have to inbound the ball.
The Trojans do not have the arrow. Morgan City has the arrow. So if it's a situation where you get tied up, you would probably be wise to call your final timeout as opposed to getting tied up.
Yeah, and what Coach Griffin has to do here, you should think or expect that Morgan City is going to come full court, obviously, man-to-man, and that they're going to switch every screen. So you got to be prepared right here to screen the screener to get a double switch where they're going to have to be ready for it, where most likely they won't, and you can inbound the ball. If it's a simple screen, if they switch, it may be tough to inbound it here.
This is where you spend all those hours in practice running and getting in condition, and it's to step up and make a free throw or 2 here. Let's see if the Trojans could first get it in bounds. 8.3 to go.
They're going to send somebody deep. They should have that covered.
Trojans will get it in bounds to Rainey, and he is going to be fouled with 4.2. Gage was calling timeout because he saw his guy trapped, knew they didn't have the arrow, but they do get the foul. It is the 5th foul on, is that Bias?
Everybody come in.
0.
Jarian Bias, number 0. Nope, number 5, Griffin. That's his 5th foul. So the Trojans have 4.2. If they make 1, this is pretty much a wrap. Rainey shoots it up and good. 52-48. Now you just don't foul and you're pretty much in golden shape here. Rainey makes them both. And a sub for the shooter. Crandall will check into the game. 2 big shots there from Rainey. Tigers throw long to Bias. Just let him shoot. 3-pointer, no good, and that's the ball game. Central Lafourche will get a 53-48 come-from-behind win over Morgan City. It's their first win of the season. They improved to 1-3. Morgan City drops to 3-3. Brian Colley, your thoughts as the Trojans get the win?
Well, you give the Trojans some credit right there. They were down, they came back, made a run, and finished off the game. But you got to be impressed with the play of number 4 Bias.
He's incredible.
For the Tigers. I mean, what a player. And look, if Morgan City stays together, this team will win a bunch of games this year. But give credit to the Trojans. They hung in there and got the big victory. And I think this team should have grown up tonight.
Yeah, could have. It's gonna maybe catapult their season a little bit.
Yes, because you face adversity, and they came through. I think it's a good job trying to figure out what's going on with Coach Jacob Allen.
I think both teams might have gone in the same locker room at first. I don't know. But anywho, Central Lafourche gets a 53-48 win.